Everyone's coming in. We have a really large class today. In fact, you guys, here's what's wild about today's class. I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. There's 180 of you in here right now. There will be probably 200 or more in the class. What's unique is this week, for the first time ever, we're doing our Gracie Combatives Instructor Certification Program. What that means is there are instructors all over the world getting certified to teach Gracie Combatives and Gracie Bullyproof. These instructors couldn't come here live because of COVID, so we're doing ICP on Zoom. We've been talking this morning already for 4 hours. We have many hours for the rest of the weekend. We're gonna be certifying them in many processes to be instructors. As part of their certification, they're on the stream right now with you guys, and they're all indicated by a letter C before their first name. So if you see anybody who has a C and then their actual name, that's because they're a candidate for instructorship. So they're participating with you guys to see how these classes are taught. Now, obviously, hopefully one day they'll be teaching these classes. It won't be on Zoom, it'll be in person, but nonetheless, we couldn't bring him, so to bring them here. So it's the first time we've ever had an instructor certification via Zoom. So it's wild times right now, but we're enjoying it. It's new, it's crazy, but we're having as much fun as we would in a live Zoom class, or sorry, a live ICP with this online Zoom ICP. So it's been incredibly fun, and we're glad to have them joining us for Gracie Combatives lesson number 22. And we'll get started.
And to be very clear, these candidates, these are the people that open schools in communities, in cities around the world that don't necessarily have a school or that many schools, especially affiliated to us. So who knows, maybe there's someone here right now that has no school nearby them.
Yes.
And there's a candidate
who's right next door, getting certified.
Like 4 miles away, but they don't even know.
For sure it's true. For sure there's someone here who's doing the class, who has someone who's gonna open a CTC within 3 or 4 months.
We can open a comment section of where your candidates are. Just put your candidate city name.
Well, no, what needs to happen is the
candidates can write their cities, so all the people who are here
That's true.
can at least see the cities and say, oh my gosh,
That's true.
I'm a half an hour from there, 10 minutes.
Okay, candidates can write your cities, but we don't got time. We don't got time to read all those comments right now.
Let's do the moves
Students, let's get started. And listen, if it's your first, second, or third class, we're gonna warm up a little bit, do some mobility, then we're gonna get into the techniques, and then we are going to visualize and put them all together at the end with some reflex development drills. And then we're gonna recognize any stripe promotions, if there are any, right, for students that have reached certain milestones. And then we're gonna wrap it up. Should be about 45 minutes. We're gonna have a ton of fun, and we're glad to have everyone here. And if you've never done jiu-jitsu before today, you couldn't have chosen a better day to start. Let's have some fun. Mobility. What do you wanna start with?
Let's start standing up.
Everybody get up, let's do this.
In base, preferably. Yeah. Okay, let's put our hands on our hips. Let's create some circles. Just moving up our moving our hips round. Big circles. Slow it down, speed it up, do what feels comfortable. Good. Other direction. Great. Now hands on your knees. Circles in one direction. Other way. And now my ankles. Rolling my ankles a little bit. Stretch your foot maybe. Put it back there, stretch it a little bit. Other side. And then stretching it. Great. Now your upper body, let your torso throw itself, and your arms will fly. Your arms should be very relaxed. Your arms are limp, but your torso is throwing your arms. One hand's hitting high across my chest and one's hitting low on my kidneys. Great. Perfect. Now tuck your chin in. Do this motion of just bringing your chin here. Neutral, and then chin in, and relax. And chin tuck, and relax. Good. Now do a little figure 8 now with your chin. Look up to the left, look down to the left, up to the right, down to the right, up to the left, down to the left, right. Change directions, up to the right, down to the left, up to the left, down to the right. Great. What's the standing move again, you said?
Rear takedown.
Rear takedown. Okay, let's do some break falls now. We'll break fall and then we'll get up in base. So I squat down, break fall, and then I put both hands on the ground, legs are folded, and get up in base. So one more time. We break fall. Everybody's doing this. Fold my legs like this. Okay, both knees are up. I fold one leg under, put my hands on the ground on the side of the down knee, and with the weight on my hands, I jump up when I land in base. Again, so we break fall, fold your legs, hands down, and get up in base. And do the other side on the get up. Get up on the other side also. One more. And base. Great. And now, let's do this now. This right here, right?
Yes.
Let's do this. I'm gonna put my left leg is straight, my right leg is bent. And now I'm gonna fall to my left side.
Everyone sit down with your left leg straight and your right leg bent. Everyone's down. We can see all of you.
I'm gonna fall to my left side and tuck my elbow in, roll over my shoulder, and come back, just like that. Okay, so my elbow tucks in, my foot goes over, and then I come back.
I'll do it from this side. I'll give you guys the back angle here. So we're just tucking that shoulder. Look, touch, and then roll right back to your butt. Roll, and come back.
There you go. Now do this, imagine your arms being out like this. Your arms are out, because we're taking someone down. We're gonna tuck our elbow on the left side to your hip. Boom, and roll. And go up. Beautiful, one more. I like it, let's do the other side. Switch legs. So now I'm gonna fall to the right side. My right elbow tucks, my hands can be up.
Always roll to the side of the flat leg, you guys. That's how you remember. Roll to the side of the flat leg, go. And come right back.
Elbow tuck and go. Two more. Elbow tuck and go. And one more. Elbow tuck and go.
And now try this one, you guys, on the original side with the left leg straight. Come back to the left leg. Try this one time, please. We're gonna do the slap down now. After you slap, look, I want you to like go to your hands and to your knee. So you end up in this position with one knee down and one leg up, okay?
So the foot that stepped over, okay? Boom. You roll over your left shoulder.
Push up.
And you land with your right knee off the ground. Elbow tucks.
Look, slap, and build the house and get up on your left knee down with your right leg still posted up. You should end up like that. Right leg stays up. Do it again. Left leg straight, right leg bent. Tuck and roll. Get up, build the house on your elbows and hands, and then sit on your left heel and post up your right foot. Follow me one more time, guys. He don't watching. He don't watching. Everyone's sitting up. We're gonna tuck and slap, build the house, slide, and sit.
Good adjustment, Fabian.
If you end up sitting on your heel and your other foot posted up with your hands out, you're successful in the final position. Last one, come on guys. Left leg straight, right leg bent. Tuck and roll, go. Slap, build the house, and come on up. Nice, Armando. I saw that, champ. That was perfect. Very good. Excellent. Looking good, Doug. We did it, bro. Okay.
So now we're standing up.
Let's all stand up in base. Hands on the ground, stand up in base, and we're up. Beautiful. Great to see everyone. Rear takedown is the standing technique for today. So the situation is as follows. In a standing situation, we want to avoid the knockout. Whenever possible, I want to step in potentially and get a clinch and get a hold of them. Because alternatively, I'm going to stand here and trade punches. I may get knocked out by a larger, stronger opponent. So if he don't attack me, I may step in, boom, and I may clinch him. Once I get the clinch, I want to hold tight and stay close right here. One very common behavior from this situation is their arm comes over the head, maybe in an attempt to wrap my neck. See that? It's called a guillotine. As the hand sneaks over the head, we don't want to permit that. We want to turn the corner, okay, and get to the rear of their body right here. This is called the transition to the rear clinch. Now I'm behind him with my hips disconnected, body locked, and head low right here. So this is the position of the day where we're gonna do that takedown from. But from the front one more time, look, we're here in the clinch, wrapping his body. Check this out. deep wrap with my right arm. My right foot is forward. My right arm is forward. I'm grabbing my own wrist with a monkey grip, hooking my wrist so that my hand doesn't slip out. Deep wrap, grab, and I pull. Right, have a solid base, and I'm really close. My ear is on his chest. I'm really tight clinch. As his arm comes over my head, the way that I'm gonna make sure I don't get my neck wrapped is by not just lifting my head, but watch, by stepping forward and pushing my hips in, wrap my neck. Now he can't wrap my neck because my hips are in and my head is back, making it very difficult for this arm of his to wrap my neck. So that posture is critical. Right when the arm comes over the head, there's this step and hips in and arch back. From this position, there's no neck wrap. And now what I'm gonna do is shuffle around the back and lower my head, setting me up for the rear takedown. But once I get here, we'll talk about that. Look at my body. I'm not tall here at the end. I'm far away with my hips and I'm bent over, okay? So everybody stand with me right here. Take a step forward with your right leg. Take your right hand, wrap it around their back, imaginary back. Your left hand, grab your own wrist with no thumb. Hook that wrist right there with no thumb. Left hand grabbing the right wrist. This is called the clinch. From here, you guys take your elbows and pull it into your ribs, like tight, like you're squeezing there, and bend your knees, strong base. You're strong right here. Pull them into your ribs, great. Now, guess what happens right now? The opponent's arm sneaks over your head. Right when it does, here's what I want you to do. With your left foot, you're gonna step forward as you throw your head up and your hips in, like this. Step and hips in high, go. Everybody step in, look up, look up. Nice, hips in, head up. Fully erect, arching your back, hips in, chin up, and you're neutralizing that wrap. Now, you're gonna take one more shuffle around the back. Watch how I do it. And once I shuffle, I'm gonna drop into the rear clinch. I'm gonna change my level, and I'm gonna bend over with my torso, hips back, body wrapping, and we should end up in an S grip. Look right here. S grip is right here. Finger to finger, over, no thumbs, hooking like that, okay? So now I'm here, I end up on their back, everyone has an S grip, head down, and from this back clinch, everyone follow me, let's move a little. Move, move, shuffle, shuffle. Boom, shuffle, circle, circle, circle. Follow, 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 follow. Good. And that's our rear clinch entry. Excellent. Very nice. One more time, then we'll do the takedown. Just one more time. Everybody wrap the body, quicker. Wrap the body, beautiful. Hips in tight, squeeze tight, move a little bit. Here comes the guillotine. Everybody step in and look up. Hips, hips, hips. Turn the corner. Step down and lock up. Follow those hips now. Follow, follow, follow. Move, move, base, 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 and connection. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're gonna get into the actual rear takedown. We'll demonstrate it one time, then we'll show how it happens. So I'm in the rear clinch already. Boom, got him. He's moving, I'm holding him, okay? Eventually he stops moving, check it out. And we end up right here, modified mount. We already practiced this ending position, so you guys already know where to end up. But let me show how we do the actual takedown. So I'm behind Hidon. I have the rear clinch, wrapping the body, S grip, head low, connecting. Here's what it is, you guys. I want to block his foot for all intents and purposes and take him down. In order to block his foot, we do a baby setup step, little step. Set up, block, and we're out. Set up, block, and I'm blocking with the sole of my foot on his Achilles right there, on his heel. Okay, set up, block. And once I block, I have my grip still. So I'm gonna do the set up and block. I'm gonna sit down on the side of my setup step. So I do this, and then I'm gonna squat right to that position that we already practiced earlier on. Remember the one we did? So from that tuck, I sit right on that heel. I'm blocking here. I'm holding his hips, and I pull him down. At the last second, I pull, 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 pull. At the last second, I do this. Tuck, roll, and then I go into modified mount. Okay? So that's what we're gonna do from right here. Boom. It's that set up, the block, the sit, the pull, and we're gonna go on top, and we're gonna get him. Very effective. Everyone get low. Let's wrap the waist together. Everyone bend over. Right hand wrap the waist. Left hand palm up, S grip. S grip. From there, head down, follow, follow. Good. Now do this with me. Let's do some setup steps, you guys. Watch this, watch this. Set up and tap and go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left, 3, 4. Right, left, left, right. Right, left, left, right. Right, left, left, right.
Set up, block.
Set up and block. Set up, block, step, step. Set up, block. And when you block, I want to see the sole of your foot. Follow, please. Set up, block, back, back. Block, back, back. Set up, block, excellent. Nice, you guys look like beautiful dancers, jiu-jitsu dancers. Okay, head down, stay with me. So now watch this. Set up, block. But watch this. I'm gonna do like, I'll do it from the rear. Watch this. Set up and block. Watch the sit. I sit on my heel here. And then I pull, and then I roll. So all together, hold the hips, get low guys, get low. We're gonna do it together. Set up and block, sit, pull, and roll. Go. Come on up.
Very nice.
Dude, that was epic. Modified mount.
good.
We land here, reset on the way up.
Remember, the blocking leg lands knee off the ground.
The blocking leg.
When you sit down, set up step, block, sit down. Oh no, the other leg. I'm sorry, the setup step foot lands knee off the ground.
Let's go again, bros. Get low, hug the hips. Everybody get low, wrap the waist, lock your hands, follow, circle. Now
That
get
was
ready.
great, Matthias.
Here comes the setup step. Setup, block, sit, pull. Beautiful. Get on top, modified mount, follow.
Right knee off the ground, James, beautiful.
Follow, yeah, beautiful. And try this, watch my knee, pivot.
Move a little bit in a circle. Keep your hands on the ground, keep your head down and move.
Pivot on that knee, leg up, leg down. You pivot right on that knee, boom. And everyone get up in base.
Good, Noah.
Reset, let's go, reset. Now watch this, let's put it together. Watch, start from the clinch. Everyone start from the front clinch. Step with your right foot, wrap with your right hand, grab your own wrist, pull the hips in, everyone base. Clinch, everyone clinch, yep. Now what's gonna happen? Big boy goes for the guillotine. So what are you gonna do? Step and hips, hips. Turn the corner, hug, get low, follow. Get ready, you guys. Set up, block, pull, and get on top. Modified mount, tight. Look how sharp you guys look. Nice. Excellent, and we got him right here, boom. Last one, come on. Stand up. This time they try to punch you. When they try to punch you, protect your head. Grab their body, hold them. And now Hidon, come here with me. Watch, as I do it on Hidon, you guys do it and no one. Watch this, as I do it on Hidon, you do the same thing solo. Ready, clinch. Boom, everybody clinch. Here comes the guillotine, watch the step. Hips, turn the corner, get low, follow, and block, go. Boom. Modified mount. And we follow right here. Excellent. Great, you guys. Hey, very good. So now we transition into our ground technique, which is called twisting arm control. Want to bring us back and check the pages here, Alyssa? Constantly just checking us out. Good. Excellent, you guys. Great to see everyone working so well. That was solid, you guys. We did the standing rear takedown solo. And I'm telling you, someone who practices what you just did and learns it, even solo, the way you just did, when you introduce a partner, your rear takedown is going to be 10 times better than if you tried to learn the rear takedown, having not practiced it the way we just did.
Yeah, one of the big mistakes, one of the big fears when it comes to the rear takedown is people fear that when they pull someone down that the person's gonna fall on their leg. So they don't like having their leg extended because they feel like the leg is more exposed when it's straight. So instead, when they fall down, they end up bending their leg to avoid it being hyperextended. When in fact, when you bend it, the chances of the person landing on it are so much greater. So when you do get a body to practice with, remember that the number one most common mistake is bending the leg, where if you keep it straight, look at how he goes right over my leg, versus if I bend it, he would have sat right there.
Which is ironic, right? You bend it to try to protect it, but it actually makes it more exposed when you bend it. It's crazy. Okay, we're going into twisting arm control. Hidon's gonna take this one. You end up in the mount.
Well, just to make a quick reference, after the rear takedown, we end up in the modified mount. This is the modified mount because he's on his side, I'm on top. If he lays on his, I have one knee up when he's on his side. If he's on his back, this is the full mount.
Regular standard mount.
Standard mount or modified mount. So twisting arm control is after achieving a position like this, you can apply class number 3 you'll learn in the future on how to maintain control and how to hold someone down. We'll teach you that, how to be heavy, how to be low. Once this person slows down, sometimes they want to twist them a little further into a pretzel. And we can use this technique right here. So I took him, I brought him from his back to his side, but I also am wrapping his arm around his neck, twisting arm control. Here's what I did. So both hands are gonna redirect the person's arm. My body lays down behind their arm. Once my body's down, my hand's out for base, I use my hand to feed his hand, look at this, to my other hand under the neck. With my hand on the ground now and my elbow, I slide into the modified mount that I mentioned earlier. So weight here and here allows my knee to slide up behind the neck and this knee to go up in the air. Now as I extend my body, I straighten out my arm, controlling his tricep and maintaining that wrist control. Okay, by myself. So let's all go down to our knees. Everybody go on your knees. We're in the mount. See yourself, imagine yourself in the mount now. This person is semi-covering their face. Both of my hands are gonna grab their far arm on this side, let's say, and I'm gonna push their arm across their body. Now I lower my chest, which kind of traps it there. With my right hand, I'm holding their wrist, and my left hand comes underneath their neck. Left hand under the neck. And now feed their wrist to your left hand. So left hand is hugging their neck and holding their wrist. Using your hand on the ground and your left elbow, you're gonna slide your left knee up and your other knee off, right knee off the ground. So slide your left knee up by your left elbow. Go back down. Everybody
Nice.
back down.
Good, Harsha.
Everybody back down. Just do that motion. Put your elbow on the ground or your hand. Everybody slide your left knee up like this.
Slide that knee into position. Let's see it. Slide left knee up, right leg posted.
The more weight you put on your hands or your elbow, it makes sliding the knee easier. Again, everyone back down. 2 more times. Hands on the ground. We're sliding into the modified mount. You can do it from your hands, but now go to your left elbow. Go on your left elbow and slide your left knee to your elbow, right knee up in the air. Great, last one. Elbows down, slide the knee up and knee up in the air. So here we are, what are we holding? The left hand's holding their wrist, and now you sit up tall.
Sit up tall, guys. Sit up, chest up.
Yes, left hand, right hand holding their tricep, twisting arm control. Back to the mount.
Looking
Back to
sharp,
the
you guys.
mount.
Reset,
Using
get
the
low.
ground.
Resharp, looks great, you guys.
So we've held the mount 10, 15 seconds. They slow down. Both of our hands redirect their arm across to the right side. Lay your chest down behind their tricep. Now my left hand comes under the person's neck, and use your other hand to give their wrist to your left hand. Hand it off. With my right hand on the ground and my weight on my left elbow, I slide into the modified mount.
Nice.
Straighten up my body, sit up a little bit.
Good, Thomas, Carol, looking sharp. Good,
And now,
Nako.
right hand is holding the tricep and I'm tall.
Nice, Roy.
Great.
Perfect. Chris, looking sharp.
Last
Bill.
one, final one. Then we move on to the 2 finishing options.
Love
Hands
it.
are on the ground, body's down. Maybe I sit up for a little bit. Maybe I slap the person in the face. They cover their face. Both my hands redirect the arm, lay my chest down behind the tricep.
Nice, Johanna.
Now as my hand grabs their wrist, I come underneath the neck, hand off that wrist. Left hand's holding it. Right hand down, modify the mount.
Good, Justin.
Everybody sit up tall. Good.
Beautiful,
And
beautiful.
control. Now sometimes when you sit up, my back leg goes out like this a little bit. So the lower leg, if it's in, I could be a little off balance if they resist into me. But if I do this, I have a small kickstand for even more control in the modified mount.
Beautiful.
Take the back.
Yeah.
Taking the back from the mount. So now he's on his side, and I have this modified mount. From here, he can't turn towards me. Why not? My good tricep grab, my wrist control.
It's like I feel like I'm in a tourniquet. I feel like if I twist, it gets tighter.
Yes, the kickstand is too strong. Maybe even a little bit of my turn towards me.
Yeah.
Right, sitting this here. So now, because he can't roll this way, he switches his legs. That is the indicator telling me he wants to roll. Go ahead, roll and get up to his knees. If you're not ready for that, as you see, you can very easily lose your balance and fall over the top. So what we're gonna show you now is how anytime somebody switches their legs, it's an opportunity, go ahead and roll, for me to take his back and go here again. So getting his back, putting my hooks in and having back control. So once again, as his legs switch, he starts to get up. My hands go on the ground and my back foot slips inside. I move south and now I lock onto his body. From here, no matter where he goes, I am a backpack. I'm locked on. Okay, and in future lessons, we'll teach you more from back control. But for now, let's do a small drill, a small micro slice to prepare for that movement. And this is what it looks like this. Hands and feet on your toes like this.
Hands and toes, guys. Let's
Hands
go.
and toes. And now I'm gonna walk my feet back, and then my hands move back. You see that?
Nice, Noah.
And now I'm gonna
Good.
go forward. My hands go forward.
Good, Michael.
And then my feet come forward.
Good, Matthias.
Great.
Adam.
Last one. My feet go back.
James,
and then my
looking
hands
good.
go back.
Kenny looking sharp, that's it. Your feet should be close together. Your feet should be really close together. Your feet should almost be touching each other, guys. Look, they're really close. They're not too spread out for base.
So now back into the modified mount. Everyone's in the modified mount now. Let's have our left knee down, right knee up, twisting arm control, modified mount. From here, everyone's in the twisting arm control. Sit up like this. One leg up, one leg down. Now the legs switch. Once the person's legs switch, everybody put your hands on the ground. Hands down. Now my back leg,
pivot.
Look at how my back foot, my knee, it pivots on my knee, and my foot goes towards my other foot.
Pivot that foot.
And then I go back.
Great, Ashley. Now push off. Yes, beautiful, Ashley. That foot pivots and your feet essentially come together off that knee pivot.
From here, I would hug around the person's body, under one arm, over one arm, and then fall over and roll to your side.
Just fall to the side, put your hooks in.
Once you fall to your side, you push your feet down through their legs and hug the upper body tight.
Look at how he's arching a little bit, guys. He's stretching out those hooks to give really good pressure in the back mount. So arch back. Yeah, good, Harrison.
Okay, everybody again, back to the twisting arm control. Already be in the twisting arm control. Holding the wrist, holding the triceps, sitting up tall. The bottom person switches their legs. Immediately, hands on the ground. Great, now my back foot, that's out, remember, it slides in, and I bring it almost touching my other foot. Once they're touching, get off your knees, and use your hands to move your hips back a little bit, and lock around the person's body, and roll to the side.
Beautiful.
Over under control, hooks are in, stretch the hooks a little bit. Be a little bit on your side right now. Don't be flat on your back. Be on your side and
Harrison.
Stretch them.
Good, Jason Padilla looking sharp. Daniel Funis looking good. Yep, yep. Hooks in, Jason. Yep, yep, and stretch them.
Match us. Headers laying down.
Good, Bill.
Follow us. Follow along, guys. Everyone's in the full mount.
You guys doing
full mount, knees on the ground. Redirect the arm. Lay your body down behind the tricep. Use your hand to feed the wrist under the neck. With your hand and elbow, modify the mount. Sit up tall. Great. Rotate this way. Now the bottom person switches their legs. Hands on the ground. As they get up, bring your back foot inside. Move back, move back, move back. Lock the over under. And fall to the side.
Stretch those hooks out.
Control.
Open them up. Awesome, you guys. Very impressive. Good, Zach. Let's do it. Now we'll do the next one.
The next one is the arm lock. So now, maybe they don't roll to their knees. We've turned them on their side. We have our chest down, tricep grab, modified mount. They don't turn. If you want to force the turn, you can strike. But maybe that will force even more reaction than you want. So now the person's staying here, they're not moving, but you want something more. You want to finish them, apply a little more pressure to send a message. Here's an option. Open this, grab, walk my foot, loop it, and then I spin for an arm bar. So now I sit behind him, hugging, controlling his arm. With both my hands, I can raise my hips, stretching out his elbow right here. So here's what we did. From the twisting arm control, open some space, reach underneath, grab your own wrist. Once I hold my own wrist, it becomes thumbless grips everywhere. Now, walking this foot right here, like this, I walk it up under his arm, loop my arm around the person's head. And now with the weight on my hamstring, on his ribs, and the leaning of my head, it allows my leg to spin very freely. Now the problem is this, excuse me?
Yeah.
You guys don't have a body to rest your weight on. So from this modified mount, when you have this double grab, okay, let's all get into that. Get into the modified mount. Twisting arm control. Yes, twisting arm control. Open the door, with left hand push it out, right hand comes underneath and grab your own wrist. Once you hold your own wrist, walk the foot under the arm a little bit. Now loop the arm around the head, okay?
Loop that left elbow around the head.
Now from here,
Joseph, open your right knee wider a little bit.
whatever knee you have up,
Yep, perfect.
pull that same arm out. Whatever knee you have up, pull that same arm out. Now, a little show. Put your hand on the ground and sit into this hurdler stretch right here. Okay, sit in this position, yes. Now go back to imagine you have the double grab again.
Look at this legs you got. This is very important, everyone. Look at this position. Everyone, I don't care how you get here.
They're
you
here.
need to get here. Both of your feet are facing the same direction. You're sitting down on your butt now on the ground. Yadai, sit down, Yadai. Sit down all the way, but do it like Hidon. Look at his feet. 1 and 2. Look, it's like this. Feet in the same direction. Very important.
This is how I would have been right? My weight would have sat on someone's ribs, but there's no body there, so we sit on the ground. And now with this grip, double wrist grab, my back leg goes like this. Look it swings around. And then I sit. Maybe you cross your feet, maybe you don't. And from here, you hug the person's arm and you lie back slowly. Good.
I'm on the shoulder.
Both hands grabbing the person's wrist, and now raise your hips up, stretching the elbow.
A mão no chão, você nem precisa. Segura o glúteo, dá a volta e senta.
You're talking about like this?
Não, a mão não precisa a mão no chão.
Oh yes, I understand.
Com as mãos fica
Yes,
fechado.
no, I know that for sure. So Henner's reminding me that from the twisting arm control right here, go back to twisting arm control, we have that final control. From that control, open the door, reach inside, and your right hand grabs your own wrist. The one that reaches in grabs the other one. No thumbs on the grip. Walk the foot under the arm. You can simply fall. Watch me. You can simply sit like this, okay? Some of us are gonna do this. You're gonna sit here. You cannot sit over that foot because now you can't spin the leg. So kick the foot out and sit like this. If it's not comfortable to sit like that, that's why I put my hand out to help you sit down, but most of you should be fine sitting. So we sit again, everyone's back to there again. Sit right here. In this position, we just sat down, and now the back leg does what? Swings around as you lean.
Swing it.
Swing the leg over and land.
Nice, Julie, good.
And then from here,
Ashley, sharp.
hug the arm, lie back slowly. Both hands holding the person's wrist. Raise your hips up, stretching the elbow. So
Put it
from
all
the
together,
top,
yeah, do it, yeah.
from the mount, full mount, on our knees.
All together, guys, let's go. A little faster now, we got this. You guys all got this.
Full mount, both hands, redirect the arm, chest down. Good.
Nice,
Bring
good.
your left hand under the head. Right hand, help feed their wrist to your hand. Good. Right hand on the ground, modify the mount. Left elbow should be down.
Nice, Maria, good. Pete looking
Good.
sharp, Pierre looking sharp.
From the modified mount, sit up tall right now. Sit up a little bit tall.
Nice.
Good. One hand, the hand by the knee right here on the ground, is holding the wrist under the person's neck. My other hand now comes underneath and grab onto that wrist. Yes. Now walk your foot under the person's arm. Walk that foot up. There you go. Now fall and sit into that position right there.
S mount, like that little sit.
Good sit, Kenny. Now the back leg flies around.
Nice fix, Noah. I saw you make that fix. That was
and
perfect.
now we fall back, arm lock, final arm lock control.
Nice, Darren, coming down, bring the arm with you, good. All the way down, hug, and down we go. Watch out for the chair and the coffee table. Good.
Great, let's go back, take the back one more time. Hands on the ground, redirect the arm. Redirect the arm, lay your chest down. Once the chest is down, my left hand coming under the neck. Right hand helps to feed their arm.
Good, Yvette, I see you.
Modify the mount. Now sit up tall. Good, tricep hold,
Question, when
wrist grab, tricep grab.
Sorry, one question was, when do you release the head on the arm lock? We'll get to it later, go ahead.
Yes, sit up tall. From here now, they switch their legs, they begin to get up. Put your hands out on the ground. And as they get up, your back foot comes inside to your other foot. Swivel it in. So bring your back foot to your other heel like this. Whoop. And now go on your toes and move back. Move
Taking
your
the
hips
back. Nice, Greg.
Hips back a little more. Yes, feet stay, hips move.
Good, Hodges, looking good,
Lock
Mark.
the over under. Lock onto the person's body and now fall over. Land on your side.
Nice, Matthias and Brian and Adam, Pete.
When you land, shoot your feet inside. Shoot your hooks in a little bit. Good, be a little more on your side,
Good,
Kenny.
Tim. Marcus and Tim looking sharp. Ashley looking good.
You guys remember you're holding someone's body, so if you're like this, it's not gonna be as natural. A little more here is where it ends up. Great. From standing?
Daniel looking sharp. Yes, and we can put
What was
it
that question?
The question was, when do you loop the head? When you do the solo one? Or even do it partner. Do the arm lock one more time, everybody. We'll give you a context demo. Everyone get with your solo right there and follow along.
Full mount, everybody's in the full mount.
Arm lock, let's go.
Full mount, redirect the arm. Lay the chest down, reach under the neck. I can't reach it, my other hand helps. See that, it feeds it. With my hand on the ground, I modify the mount, I sit up tall, hold the tricep. Once I reach inside, I grab my own wrist, walk the foot under the arm.
This is the answer to the question. You walk here, and Mark had a question about stepping over the hips instead of stepping over the head. So Mark, we need both of the feet Hodges to be on the same side of the person's body. So see how this foot's already over my hips, Mark? So stepping off and over the hips would not accomplish getting both legs to the same side. So we want to keep this one in the party. And then you want to, this is where after he walks it up, that's the looping part you guys are asking about. When do you release the head? You release the head 1 second prior to the spin. So get ready, guys. Everyone loop around the head with your left elbow.
As I loop, I lean.
Sit down,
and
everyone.
Then I, boom.
Boom. Beautiful, guys. Epic.
on the roll, when you back mount, how do you avoid hitting your elbow on the ground?
You take the back, go ahead.
Yes.
How do you avoid hitting your elbow on the ground when you roll?
So he rolls to his knees, and I lock the over-under.
Well, it's just the difference between solo and partner, right? Like
Yes.
when you're with a person, you don't hit your elbow on the ground because you're hanging onto a person. But when you're doing it solo and you do this, they're worried about how to not elbow the ground.
Yes, roll past your elbow,
Yeah,
tuck it across
I don't even touch
deeper.
I just use my hips. I fall on my hips more than my elbow. That's just a personal safety thing. You don't need that concern when it's a partnered practice. I think we can put it all together now in a full combo. Let's put it together. We'll talk about these after.
Yes.
Let's put it all together, you guys. Full combo.
Let's everybody stand up, please.
Everyone stand up. We're gonna put them all together. Here we go.
So from the stand up, create a little bit of distance. Have your hands up. Somebody's causing problems. And then now this person attacks us. So we cover, we enter. Once we enter, wrap around the person's hips. We have control of the hips. Now they bring their arm over your head. Okay, as the arm comes over the head, bring your hips forward. Hips forward. Move around behind them. Get around behind the person. Get behind. From behind now, we do a setup step. Once we can, setup step. Block the heel. Sit down. Tuck the, pull. Tuck the elbow. Roll on top. Hands on the ground, modified mount. Good, have your knee off the ground. Now we're in the modified mount. From here, they push you a little bit, you go here. They go the other way. And they put their backs on the ground. So go back to the full mount. When they put their back on the ground, we put both knees on the ground, both knees down. From the knees down, we control for 5-10 seconds. And then we sit up. And we think about striking them, but we actually don't. And just in the fear of the thought of it, they cover their face. When they cover their face, redirect their arm, lay your chest down. Lay your chest down, great. Bring your hand underneath their head, feed their wrist, hand on the ground, modify the mount. Modify the mount, good. Now sit up tall, control. Holding, great. Now the person switches their legs in an attempt to go to their knees. Release, put your hands on the ground. Your back foot slips in. Move south, move south, move south. Move south, over under control and fall to the side. Fall to the side. Great, stretch them out a little bit and done. Again, stand up again. Stand up, arm lock, finish. Somebody throws a punch, recover, enter, clinch. Yup, wrap around the person's body, control their hips. As you control the hips, they bring the arm over your head. Look up, hips forward. Move around behind the person, get behind them. Once we're behind, again, we do a setup step, block the heel, sit down, tuck the elbow, roll on top. Hands out for base, modify the mount, nice modified mount. Great, they put their backs on the ground, you put your knees on the ground. Great, your knees are on the ground. From knees on the ground now, you sit up, redirect their arm, chest down. Bring your hand under the head, grab the wrist. Modify the mount. Sit up tall, control. Twisting arm control, back foot out as a kickstand right there, great. Now they're not moving. My back hand comes inside and I grab my own wrist. Thumbless grips. Walk your foot under the arm and now lean and sit on the person. Sit on your hip. As the back leg flies around, I land in the final arm lock control. Fall back slowly, control the arm bar, raise the hips up and stretch the elbow. Great work.
Excellent. Questions? Alyssa, bring them in. Any ones that we haven't answered, you can read off to us.
Mark, that wasn't my question. I was asking about going from the arm bar to the bottom, on the bottom arm of the opponent.
Okay, I was asking about going for the arm bar on the bottom arm of the opponent from twisting arm control. I don't know what he's talking about. So if we're here in TAC and we're gonna catch this, arm bar on this arm right here, Mark, sorry. I don't understand.
There are ways to arm bar the bottom arm, but today's discussion is arm bar in the top arm.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, let's get the next question.
Which arm catches, the one on the swinging side or the posted side?
Which arm catches? The one on the swinging side or on the posted side? Which arm?
Well, I'm here, I do this, I loop it around, I invert. Okay.
Which arm hugs?
Which arm hugs maybe? The south arm hugs, north arm grabs.
Side of my legs, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one that's already hugging.
It's already in there, yeah. Next question.
Can you show the take the back with the partner again?
Yes, so we're here, he don't spun around. At this point he switches his legs, he starts to get up. I immediately let go of my hands and my foot swings in, boom. And then I shift back. The key is to shift, guys, so your head is at or below their head level. Next question.
from the takedown, why not directly take the back? Why go for modified mount?
From the takedown, why not directly take the back and go for modified mount? It depends if they get up or not, right? So if I'm here and I do the rear takedown and he don't go straight to his knees, go up, I'll take his back. But that presumes that he gets up. If he doesn't go to his knees, there is no taking the back. So I'm gonna come right in here possibly and go in the twisting arm control. So I can only take his back if he gives his back and gets up to his knees, which is very likely, by the way. Other question?
Over, then under, then over.
Is it over, then under, then over?
Both are good. If you have my back,
yes.
if he has my back and my hips, like don't put no hands. If I start to sit up like this, it's over first. But if I begin to lift my hips up, it's under first.
Good question. That's a good one. Cool. Two more? Two more questions? All right. Breathe my nose. Due to my surgery, I found it hard to put my leg on the opponent during the armbar pressure right knee. I have a problem with keeping my right knee up due to a surgery 6 months ago. Yeah, that can be challenging, Hashem. So anytime there's an injury, Hashem, you have to modify. So if your right knee up is the problem, then putting your left knee up, doing the whole drill, everything drill on the left side instead, right? Where you're here, you grab, you invert, you sit, you spin around, and you just modify, champ. Just take it one step at a time, patiently right now, and that's the way to do it. So if you can't do it, then you don't do it. If you can modify, you modify, but just be patient with yourself. Let yourself heal, don't push it at this point. All right, last question. When you transition to modified mount, do you ever use the posted arm to secure the elbow during your switch to modified mount? So you're here, boom. I'm here and I switch. Do you ever use the posted elbow?
Posted arm?
Oh, I see.
Secure the elbow.
Here, before I switch. No, I'll be here. Good question. The answer is I modify first, and then I'll use that to sit up and go. My chest is there prior to that, so I don't need to put my hand on the elbow prior to that. Excellent. All right, you guys. Everyone sit up, cross your legs, face the camera. We're gonna go through a little visualization here, so if you're comfortable joining us, we like to close our eyes so we can actually see better. And you can do the same if you'd like. So cross your legs, get comfortable, close your eyes, let's visualize a little bit. Let's first breathe all the way in through the nose to the very top of it. And then exhale to the very bottom. Give it 10 seconds on the way out. Good to empty your lungs at least once or twice a day, if not way more times. But don't forget to empty your lungs every day. So, situation, you're moving, you're leaving the office, normal day. You're leaving the office, heading back to your car. You see an altercation between two people. Suddenly, one guy throws a punch and cracks someone and just drops him. Person falls down, and now the attacker's standing over him, punching him hard. The head is bouncing off the pavement, and you're like, what is going on here? It's crazy. Now you're in your suit, you're all decked out, you're kind of like in work attire, but you're like, well, I can't just stand here. This person might die beneath him. I don't know why they're fighting, but this person might die, and if I go run to get help, it might not be fast enough. His head's bouncing off the pavement. So you see this happening. Instead, you sneak up right behind the attacker here, and you wrap him in a rear clinch. You lock your hands, you set up step, you kick the heel out, you fall down on the concrete, but you tuck your elbow perfectly, and you roll up into modified mount. And right when you roll up into modified mount, he goes to his knees. So you take his back right away. Instantly taking the back, boom, hooks are in. And then from those hooks, little movement, little twist, little turn, you're trying to keep the back mount, but you lose it. He starts to slip away. Fortunately, as you lose the back mount, you re-achieve the front mount, the full regular mount position. You get on top, you put some body weight down, but he's bigger than you. So you're holding him down with your body weight, and he tries to push up to shove you off and like bench press you off. In that instant, you use his hands to shove him across his neck, and you take one of his arms from beneath you, you take his arms and you wrap it around his own neck, feeding that arm and then twisting arm control. Beautiful deflection. You deflected his elbow and shoved it across, and now you have it wrapped around his neck. From there, you jump into a modified mount. One leg is posted up, one knee is down, and you turn him into a small pretzel. You got him tied up. And he's here twisting and turning and kicking, and the other guy's finally regaining consciousness who got knocked out, and you're holding this guy tied up in a knot, and he doesn't know who you are, why you're there, and you don't want to obviously create more problem, but he's not cooperating. So you open the door, you shoot your hand in, you grab your own wrist, monkey grip, you walk your foot up, loop the arm around the head, lean to the south side, and spin that leg into the arm lock. you lay back, you pull the arm straight, your legs are tight, your arm control is legit, you're in full control of the situation, he's still going wild, and then you give him a little love tap. You know that little love tap with the hips? When you put a little pressure and he goes, ow! You give him that little showing like, yo, I got you, bro. You give him a little love tap with the hips, and at that point he yelps, and you say, listen, I don't want to hurt you. I don't know who you are, I don't know why you guys are fighting, but not on my watch. I want to let you go, but are we good? Yeah, man, well, he did this and he did that. I don't care what anybody did. The fight's over. Is the fight over? And the other guy's now standing up, bloody, getting up. You're talking to this one. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. All right. And then you get up, and they part ways, and you save the day. Congratulations, you guys. To make sure that all you guys even tracked what exactly happened right there, after that rear takedown, which you tracked, he went right to his knees. So he went here, boom, he went right to his knees, you got up, you put your hooks in. He fell to a side, look, he got to here, and then what happened is you were keeping the back mount, he wiggled out. So when he wiggled out, you use the technique called the remount. Watch what I do. I switch, I kick out, and I get up. And once you remounted, you were in this position, he pushed you straight up on your chest, push, push, push. You did this, look at that, deflection, and then you came right under. That's actually a really good opportunity to deflect, is when someone pushes, you turn, look at that, and then you feed. It's actually a great counter to a bench press, and you use that to get into TAC, and then you caught the arm lock and negotiated the way you guys learned today so well. Epic, you guys. We did it today. We did it. Ashley's here. Great to see everyone. Thanks for joining us. We actually have one. This is very special. Do you know where, can we pull him up? Can we pull up the champ here? All right. So you guys, we want to open up here a student who we want to recognize at reaching these milestone, Quentin Brown. Quentin, say hi, we can all see you. Quentin here just passed his 20th class, and I want to open him up here. Can we unmute him? Unmute Quentin there. He's got music. Can we hear you, champ?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. So Quentin, where do you live exactly?
I live in downtown San Diego.
Awesome, bro. And have you trained at a school down there already, or what is it?
No, I trained at a CTC up in Issaquah, Washington, outside of Seattle. Moved down here a couple of months ago, and right when I moved here, they closed down everything. So I've just been doing the Zoom calls. So I think the card there is a little bit outdated from the classes that I took at the CTC, but I've really been enjoying the Zoom classes.
So how many stripes did you have at the CTC?
I had one. I tracked them each day. I track them each day in my book. So I'm at a little over like the second stripe.
Excellent,
now.
Cool. So since Quentin's been with us, you can bring it back, please, to gallery, yeah. So since Quentin's been with us, so Quentin, we have his card here that we've been tracking every class. But in a case like this, Quentin, where there was actual tracking that happened at a CTC prior, we want to know about that so we can kind of track you perfectly from that point on and keep it going. And the way this works, you guys, is if you pass a stripe milestone in quarantine here, we're not going to send you a stripe in the mail, right? That's not the idea. What we are going to do, though, is just have this all tracked. So when Quentin ends up at a CTC 3 months or 6 months from now, whatever, they're able to go through and say, oh, these are the moves you learned. Let's see you demonstrate them. And if Quentin is successful at demonstrating those, we can actually issue the stripes then that he earned both at previous CTC practice or entirely in quarantine, whatever. The point is, you'll know these moves a lot better than you would have otherwise known them. So congratulations, bro. You guys can give him a hand there. And to give someone a hand, there's a feature called reactions down at the bottom. Do you guys see reactions down there? There's also a little hand, little clapping hands. Use that little guy. Use the little yellow hands. He can see him. And you guys, yeah, he can see you guys. Excellent. All right. So we're tracking all of your progress. Great job, everyone. Thank you guys for joining us today. Excellent class. If today was your first or second class with us, if you're relatively new or you're on your free trial here with our Zoom classes, we want you guys to hang out. I want to talk to you guys for 5 or 7 minutes about the programs, about what it is, answer any questions you guys might have. So if you're brand new, stay with us. If you've already had the orientation, you can check out right now. All candidates and instructors, feel free to stay on as well so you guys can kind of join us in on this orientation discussion here that we're going to have right now. Everyone else, thank you guys. We'll see you in class either tonight, tomorrow morning. Fit Jitsu goes down tonight. Thanks, everyone. Great job, Quentin. Appreciate you guys.